Good morning, everyone. Every single day, your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. Yet, most people unknowingly sabotage their entire day before it even begins. Not because they lack discipline, because they've formed silent habits that work against them. These aren't small slip-ups, they're powerful momentum killers. Today, I want to reveal the 3 morning mistakes you might be making every single day, and how avoiding them can completely transform your energy, focus, success. Because how you start is how you continue. If you stumble into your morning in chaos, you carry that chaos all day. If you rise with clarity, purpose, and calm power, you carry that with you everywhere you go. So, listen closely, because stopping these mistakes might just unlock the version of yourself you've been chasing all along. Every morning, your alarm rings, and you're given your first choice of the day: rise with purpose or delay your life. Most people don't realize that this small decision carries an enormous psychological weight. When you hit the snooze button, you aren't just buying a few extra minutes of rest. You're silently telling your mind that your goals, dreams, and responsibilities can wait. You're teaching your subconscious that comfort takes priority over commitment. That single act, repeated daily, begins to erode your self-discipline like water carving through stone. Biologically, when your alarm sounds, your body is transitioning out of deep sleep. If you drift back into sleep cycles after hitting snooze, you re-enter light or even deep stages of sleep. Then, when the alarm goes off again, you wake up groggy, disoriented, and sluggish, a phenomenon called sleep inertia. That grogginess can last for hours, reducing your focus, reaction time, and decision-making. So instead of feeling rested, you begin your day behind, chasing alertness you could have had if you simply rose the first time. Psychologically, this habit sets the tone for procrastination. It's your brain's first test of willpower each day. If you fail, it becomes easier to delay other things, workouts, projects, decisions. Your confidence subtly dips because you started your day breaking a promise to yourself. Over time, this creates a loop of self-doubt. You hit snooze, you feel lazy, you judge yourself, and that judgment steals the energy you need to change. Breaking the snooze habit is like flipping a mental switch, running through the park. It's not just about waking up earlier, it's about proving to yourself that you are someone who does what you say you will do. The moment your alarm rings, sit up immediately, place your feet on the floor, and stand. Some people place their alarm across the room so they must physically move to turn it off. Others build a simple ritual, drinking water, repeating an empowering mantra to signal their mind that it's time to engage with the day. Remember this truth: how you start your morning is how you start your life. If you keep postponing the first moment of your day, you'll keep postponing the life you're meant to live. Every morning is a fresh vote for the kind of person you want to become. So stop hitting snooze. Start hitting your potential. In today's world, our phones are like portals to everything: messages, news, work, entertainment, chaos. And because of that, most people reach for their phone the very second they open their eyes, often before they've even taken a deep breath. But what many don't realize is that this single reflex can silently destroy your mental clarity, emotional stability, and productivity for the entire day. Here's why. When you wake up, your brain is in what's called the theta state, a deeply relaxed, highly programmable state where your subconscious mind is most open to influence. It's a sacred mental space meant for creativity, intention, quiet reflection. But when you immediately flood it with notifications, emails, breaking news, and social media feeds, you are surrendering this delicate state to the loudest voices on the internet. Instead of creating your reality, you start consuming everyone else's. Instead of asking, what do I want from today? you unconsciously start reacting to what the world wants from you. This habit rewires your brain into reaction mode. The dopamine spikes from constant scrolling create a rapid cycle of seeking quick rewards. Your attention span shortens. Your ability to focus on deep, meaningful work decreases. You start your day chasing stimulation instead of building momentum. It's like letting hundreds of strangers storm into your mind first thing in the morning, shouting their opinions, problems, and demands before you've even had time to form a single peaceful thought of your own. It also silently creates anxiety and comparison. Imagine opening your eyes and immediately seeing emails about deadlines, messages demanding responses, or posts of people showcasing their perfect lives. This triggers stress hormones like cortisol, raising your heart rate and pushing your mind into a fight or flight state before you've even stood up. You haven't even begun your day, you already feel behind, pressured, and not enough. And from that state, every small challenge feels heavier, every setback feels more personal. Imagine a different start. The alarm goes off. You leave the phone where it is. You sit up, breathe deeply, drink some water, and spend 5 minutes in stillness. Maybe gratitude journaling, stretching, or simply watching the sunlight enter your room. In those quiet moments, you reclaim your power. You send a signal to your mind. I own my time. I control my focus. I choose what matters. By protecting those first sacred moments from digital chaos, you anchor yourself in peace, clarity, purpose, and you carry that calm strength into every part of your day. Remember this: your phone can serve you or it can enslave you. Choice is made in those first 10 minutes of your morning. If you pick it up before you pick yourself up, you lose. If you give your mind to yourself first, you win. And everything you do afterward becomes sharper, stronger, and more intentional. Stop letting your phone be the alarm clock that wakes you and the leash that controls you. Start your day with your mind, not with your feed, because your mind deserves the first word, not the world. Every morning when you wake, your body is quietly asking for one thing above all: replenishment. During sleep, you've gone 6 to 8 hours without food or water. Your body has been working hard all night, repairing cells, balancing hormones, clearing toxins from your brain through the glymphatic system. You wake up in a naturally dehydrated, energy-depleted state. So many people stumble out of bed, skip breakfast, and run straight into their day, powered by nothing but stress and caffeine. This is like trying to drive a car on an empty tank and wondering why it keeps stalling. The science behind the crash: your brain is about 75% water. When you wake up dehydrated, your brain volume literally shrinks slightly. Even mild dehydration, says as little as 1–2%, can cause headaches, brain fog, slow thinking, poor concentration, and low mood. Your blood becomes thicker, forcing your heart to work harder, which explains why you might feel sluggish or irritable in the morning. And when you flood that dry system with caffeine instead of water, you amplify the problem. Caffeine is a diuretic, which means it pushes even more water out of your body. The result: that familiar mid-morning crash where your energy and focus collapse. Meanwhile, your blood sugar is low because you've been fasting all night. Skipping any kind of nutrient intake leaves your brain starved of glucose, primary fuel source. Your body compensates by releasing stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to keep you alert, but this leads to anxiety, irritability, and cravings later in the day. You're not strong for skipping food. You're just borrowing energy from stress chemicals, and you will pay for it in exhaustion, mood swings, and poor decisions. The power of morning fuel. Now imagine the opposite. The moment you wake up, you drink a large glass of water to rehydrate your cells and kick-start your metabolism. You feel your body come back online. your mind clearing like fog lifting from a valley. Then you give your body real food, something with protein to stabilize your blood sugar, healthy fats to sustain energy, and fruit or whole grains to deliver clean, steady fuel. This is not about eating a big, heavy breakfast. It's about giving your brain and body what they need to ignite. A banana with peanut butter, eggs and whole grain toast, yogurt with berries. These small choices send a massive message to your body. We are fueled. We are ready. The mindset shift. Here's what matters most. Hydration and nutrition are not just physical needs. They are acts of self-respect. When you deny your body what it needs at the very start of your day, you are subconsciously telling yourself that your needs don't matter. You don't have time to care for yourself. That rushing for the world is more important than preparing yourself to face it. And over time, this pattern chips away at your confidence, your vitality, and your capacity to thrive. But when you pause to nourish yourself first, you send the opposite message. I matter. My energy matters. My clarity matters. That mindset turns you from a passive reactor into a powerful creator of your day. The challenge starting tomorrow, make this non-negotiable. Drink 2 glasses of water as soon as you wake up. Eat something nourishing, not processed, not sugar-laden, but real. Delay caffeine until after you hydrate so it energizes you instead of depleting you. Because if you want to operate like a high performer, you must fuel yourself like one. You can't build an extraordinary day on an empty tank. Your energy is your greatest currency. And every morning, hydration and nutrition are the first deposits. If you skip them, you start the day in debt. But if you honor them, you start rich, focused, energized, unstoppable. One of the biggest silent killers of productivity and peace is starting your day without any direction. So many people wake up, glance at the clock, realize they're already late, and then hurl themselves into their day like a firefighter running into a burning building, grabbing tasks at random, answering messages on autopilot, and reacting to whatever chaos hits them first. And while this frantic energy may feel like action, it's not progress. It's just motion without meaning. Here's the harsh truth. If you don't own your morning will own you. And so will everyone else. The psychology of direction. Your brain craves clarity. It's wired to conserve energy and make fast decisions, but when you start your day with no plan, you immediately overload it with dozens of micro choices. What should I do first? Should I answer this email or that one? Should I clean, exercise, or start work? Every little choice eats away at your mental energy, creating something called decision fatigue. By 10 a.m., you're mentally drained, not from doing hard work, but from deciding what to do. This is why you might be busy all morning, yet strangely unaccomplished. Your mind has been running on panic, not purpose. Trap of reaction mode. Rushing without a plan traps you in reaction mode. Instead of driving your day, you're just dodging obstacles. You bounce between tasks, putting out fires that may not even matter. And because you never pause to set priorities, everything feels urgent, everything feels heavy, and nothing gets finished. This frantic pattern steals your sense of control and leaves you with the exhausting illusion that there's never enough time. When you live like this, running through the park, even your wins feel hollow because they weren't chosen, they were accidental. You didn't build your day, it just happened to you. The power of a morning blueprint. Now picture a different scene. You wake up clear-headed and spend just 5 quiet minutes planning. You write down your top 3 priorities, not 10, not 20, just 3 things that will actually move your life forward. You decide when you'll do them and what can wait. Suddenly your mind feels light. You know what matters. You can say no to distractions without guilt because you already know what you said yes to. That simple 5-minute ritual becomes your anchor. Tells your brain, we are in control, we are creators, not reactors. It flips your nervous system from stress mode into strategy mode. And the energy you save from not chasing chaos becomes the fuel that drives your real goals. The mindset shift. Having a plan isn't about being rigid or robotic. It's about being intentional. It's about refusing to let random urgency steal your focus from what truly matters. Each morning you have a choice: be pulled by the noise of the world or be guided by the clarity of your own vision. And the truth is, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will prioritize it for you. Planning isn't a task, it's an act of self-respect. It's proof that your dreams are important enough to protect. It's how you tell your future self, I won't let you down. The challenge: every morning, before opening emails or touching social media, pause and plan. Write down your top 3 priorities. Estimate how long each one will take. Block time for them in your day, running through the park. Then let everything else orbit around those 2-3, because when you know where you're going, you move with power. And when you don't, even small tasks will scatter your energy like confetti, so stop rushing blindly through your mornings. Step back, breathe, and chart your course, because drifting might get you through a day, but planning will get you through your destiny. One of the most overlooked yet transformative morning habits is physical movement. So many people wake up, stumble from their bed to their bathroom, sit at the table, in the car, at their desk for hours, expecting their brain to suddenly spark alive while their body is still half asleep. But here's the truth: your mind can't fully wake up if your body doesn't. If you neglect movement in the morning, you're trying to ignite your day with a drained battery. You might be awake, but you're not alive. The science of motion and energy, your body and brain, are deeply connected. Movement increases blood flow, which delivers more oxygen and nutrients to your brain. This floods your system with endorphins and dopamine, neurotransmitters that elevate your mood, sharpen your focus, and enhance motivation. Even 5 minutes of light movement can shift your brain from groggy to fully alert. When you skip movement, your circulation remains slow, your muscles stay stiff, and your nervous system stays sluggish. This creates a foggy, heavy mental state where everything feels harder than it is. You're trying to think, decide, and perform from a body that's still in sleep mode. That's like trying to race a car without warming up the engine. And if you sit all morning, your cortisol, the stress hormone, stays high. Your body interprets stillness after waking as war still in danger mode, which keeps you tense, anxious, and restless throughout the day. Mental shift that movement creates. Here's what most people don't realize: morning movement isn't just physical, it's psychological. When you move your body first thing in the morning, you send a powerful subconscious message: I am awake, I am in charge, I am capable. You shift from being a passive participant in your day to an active creator of it. This creates momentum, and momentum is energy's best friend. Once you get moving, it becomes easier to take on bigger challenges. It becomes easier to believe in yourself. Think of it like this: your body is the doorway to your mind. If you want your thoughts to be sharp, your energy to be high, and your mood to be positive, open that door with movement. It doesn't have to be complicated. The best part: this doesn't mean you need an intense workout or an hour at the gym. You just need to move. Do 20 jumping jacks while your coffee brews. It's on the floor for 5 minutes while listening to music. Go for a quick walk outside and soak in natural sunlight, which also resets your circadian rhythm and boosts your alertness. Try a few push-ups, squats, or yoga poses to get your blood flowing. Even the smallest burst of activity sends a lightning bolt of energy through your body. And when you pair that with deep breathing, you supercharge the effect. Oxygen wakes up your cells, and movement pushes that oxygen everywhere it needs to go. Identity shift. This is more than a habit. It's an identity choice. When you say, I don't have time to move in the morning, what you're really saying is, my energy and focus aren't a priority. But when you choose movement, even for 5 minutes, you are declaring, I treat my body like the foundation of my success. This identity shift matters because your body is the vehicle carrying your dreams. It's weak, sluggish, or stiff, everything you do will feel heavier. But if it's alive, limber, and energized, everything becomes lighter. Your mind rides on your body's momentum. One of the most damaging mistakes people make in the morning is not external or physical. It's internal. It's waking up and immediately plunging into tasks, noise, and urgency without ever pausing to connect with your own mind and heart. Most people roll out of bed thinking about what they have to do, what they didn't do, what they fear might go wrong. They start their day mentally tangled in stress and emotionally hollow because they forgot to feed the part of themselves that fuels everything else, their spirit. This is where gratitude and mindfulness come in. They may seem soft or optional. They are the strongest armor you can wear into your day. And skipping them is like leaving the house without charging your soul. Science of a still mind. When you practice mindfulness, even just sitting silently, breathing deeply, and noticing your thoughts without judgment, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's calm state. This lowers cortisol, stress hormone, slows your heart rate, and clears mental clutter. It creates a mental buffer that protects you from the chaos that's waiting outside your bedroom door. Gratitude goes even further. Studies show that consciously focusing on what you appreciate releases dopamine and serotonin, the brain's natural happiness chemicals. It rewires your brain to scan for what's good instead of what's missing. This one shift can dramatically change your emotional baseline. Instead of waking up feeling behind, you wake up feeling blessed, and that fuels a level of resilience that rushing and stress can never give you. The emotional anchor. Without mindfulness or gratitude, your emotions are at the mercy of whatever happens next. A stressful email, traffic, someone's bad mood. You're like a boat with no anchor, tossed by every wave. But when you center yourself in the morning, you build an emotional foundation. You remind yourself, I am safe, I am whole, I already have enough. From that place, problems shrink, annoyances slide off you. Challenges become puzzles, not threats. You stop being a prisoner of your circumstances and become the calm eye of the storm. The one place peace always exists, no matter what. How it changes everything. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about becoming powerful, because gratitude and mindfulness give you what most people spend their whole day chasing: clarity and emotional control. When you feel grateful, you stop scrambling for external validation. When you are mindful, you stop being controlled by impulses and distractions. When you start your day grounded, your mind can focus like a laser instead of scattering like confetti. This calm presence radiates into every interaction. People trust you more. They feel safe around you. You make better decisions because you're not operating from fear or scarcity. You respond thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally. And this single shift can change not just your mornings, but your entire life trajectory. The mindset shift. Here's the truth. Your mind is your most powerful tool. But if you never pause to sharpen it, it will cut you instead of serving you. Gratitude and mindfulness are how you sharpen it. And they don't require hours of meditation on a mountain. They require 3 intentional minutes. 3 minutes to sit still, breathe, place your hand on your heart, and name 3 things you are thankful for. 3 minutes to be fully here in this new day you've been given, instead of lost in the noise of yesterday or the worries of tomorrow. Because presence is power, gratitude turns whatever you have into enough, which paradoxically attracts more. So many people start their mornings like they are jumping on a moving train, rushing, multitasking, scrolling through their phones, thinking about everything they must do that day. And they completely ignore the most powerful tool they have, their mind. This is one of the most overlooked and damaging morning mistakes. When you fail to nurture your mental clarity and inner calm first thing in the morning, you set yourself up for a chaotic, stressful, and emotionally reactive day. Think about it, your mind is like the command center of your life. If you don't take a few minutes every morning to center it, you're essentially letting it run on autopilot, influenced by external noise, social media, other people's priorities, and random distractions. When you wake up and instantly engage in external stimulation, like checking notifications, emails, or headlines, you're flooding your brain with cortisol, the stress hormone, before it has even fully woken up. That mental overload makes it harder to focus, harder to be creative, and harder to handle challenges calmly throughout the day. Practicing mindfulness in the morning doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as spending 5-10 minutes in silence, doing deep breathing, stretching slowly while being fully present, journaling your thoughts, or simply sipping your coffee while looking out the window without distractions. This deliberate pause allows your nervous system to settle, running through the park, your mind to declutter, and your thoughts to align with your values and priorities. It's like pressing the reset button on your brain. And here's the powerful part. When you start your day with mindfulness, you create a protective mental shield. Instead of reacting impulsively to whatever happens, you respond with calm intention. Your focus sharpens, your emotional stability strengthens, and your energy becomes steady instead of scattered. You become less affected by negativity and more in control of your inner world. So, if you want to break free from the endless cycle of morning chaos and mental exhaustion, stop neglecting your inner state. Dedicate the first few moments of your day to mindfulness and mental clarity. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. When your mind is centered, your entire day aligns with power, purpose, and peace. This single shift can transform how you experience every part of your life, running through the park. As you move forward from today, remember this: your mornings are not just the start of your day. They are the blueprint of your entire life. The way you choose to spend those first sacred moments determines how the rest of your hours unfold. Making the same small yet powerful mistakes that silently drain your focus, energy, and joy. Instead, reclaim your mornings with intention, mindfulness, and self-respect. When you rise with clarity, nourish your body, and protect your mental space, you don't just survive the day. You lead it. Start tomorrow as the person you want to become. Because every great transformation begins with one powerful morning.